So we're going to build this house in this video. It's 2 stories, but it's pretty compact, so let's go on inside. I went ahead and furnished it. When you're finished with the build, you can furnish it however you like. So down here we have like a socializing area. Over here there's a dining room table and some chairs. The kitchen's over there. And we can go on upstairs, and there's the bedroom is right here. And then over here is a study with a desk. So it's a one-bedroom house. It's a good modern style survival house. Let's go back outside again and just give a quick once around from the air. And be sure to check out our other videos if you want to see those 2 houses over there built. So let's just give this a quick once around. So it's made out of quartz, gray hardened clay, and wood of your choice with stained glass windows. And here's the back. You could of course wall in the back and put in a swimming pool if you wanted to. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with this build. Okay, for this video we're going to use block of quartz, jungle door. We'll use some gray hardened clay, gray stained glass, jungle wood planks, and cracked stone brick. We may use some other materials, but we'll have to see. So I'm going to find a spot over here. Let's build it next to this one. And we're going to start with jungle wood planks. So let's come up about right here. And let's see, we're going to make a row of 9 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we're going to come back 1 block, and we're going to put an extra one there. And we're going to do the same over here. So we're going to come over 1 block and put one out front like that. And so in between we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we'll come back out to the front, and we're going to come across 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to put a quartz block, or actually we're going to go with cracked stone brick, and we're going to put it right here. We're going to go 1 block over and put it right there. So that's what you should have so far. Let's take an aerial view, and that's what we've got. So now we'll come back down, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to put the door right there. So we're going to go back to wood, and I'm going to skip one, start there, and we're going to come across 10 blocks total, or actually 12. So we're going to go, so we have 1 already, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we'll come back in to the 10th block, so 11, 12, 11, 10, and we'll put our next wall, we'll start here, and then we're going to go across to this side, and we're going to bring over our wall on this side. And so we're going to come back, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to come back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to come out here, and we're going to start some quartz. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. And then we're going to put a wood block right here. or actually another stone brick, I'm sorry. Stone brick right there. And then we're going to come back over here and we're going to skip 5 spaces. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll put our wood planks starting right there. And let's see, we'll come back 3 blocks. And then right out front here, we're going to put cracked stone bricks. So right there. And we're going to put 2 of those. And then we're just going to connect up on this side using our wood. Okay, so let's grab an aerial view so you can see what we've done so far. So now let's go back down and directly across from where we have this quartz section, we're going to put some quartz in a similar way. So we're going to have 3 rows of 2 blocks of quartz. So we're going to go back to quartz, and I believe this will put it directly across. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like that. So now we're going to box off the front door. Actually, I'm not sure if I might want to move this by 1, but let's go ahead and box off the front door. So we're going to come over here. We need 2 blocks high for the door. And then just top that off so we can come in the door over there. And now we're going to start raising the corners. So we're going to raise the corners up 4 blocks. So let's start here. So we're going to come up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come over to this corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we can connect those. Then we'll come over to this side and we'll come right here and we'll raise that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we can connect this one all the way across. Now let's go ahead and do it on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll just go ahead and connect this to this one over here. All right, now let's go back over to the other side and we'll raise this one 2 blocks. Actually, let's raise it 3 and then come over, and then we're going to do the same over here. 1, 2, 3, come over like that. So we have this arch structure, and then we can go ahead and connect across from the top. So let's add a top layer right here. And so that's what we have on the back section right now. So now I'm going to come over this way and I'm going to raise this one up all the way, and then we're going to raise our quartz up to the top. So 1, 2, it'll be 4 blocks total. And we'll do the same for these other 2 rows. Okay, so that's what you should have so far on the back. And let's see, I want to check. Let's go ahead and put the door in. So we're going to use Smooth Sandstone for the floor. So I'm going to switch to Smooth Sandstone. And we're going to come over here in the doorway, and I'm going to replace under where the door is going to be. Then I'm going to come back a little bit, and we're going to put the front door. I'm using a jungle door. You don't have to use a jungle door. So that's what we have so far on the front. So I'm going to raise this quartz for now. I might want to move it over 1 block, but we'll see how that looks. So we're going to raise it. Actually, I'm going to fill in behind the door with wood before I do that. So let's fill in with wood right there, and then let's raise our quartz to the top, and then we're going to fill in with wood on the inside here as well. And then we'll go back to quartz and raise this quartz section to the top. Okay, so that's what we've got there, and we can come around here and see the front door. And so behind where I have this cracked brick, I'm going to go ahead and raise the wood. And then I'm going to go ahead and raise that cracked brick to the top of that. And then right here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a window. So I'm going to grab my gray stained glass, and I'm not sure how the gray stained glass is going to look with this shader. I haven't tried it yet. They all pretty much look a little bit of purplish. I don't like that, but we'll have to live with it or turn the shader off. Okay, so we've got that with the window. And now let's come over here, and I'm going to add a window here. First, we're going to put another column of wood on this side, and then we're going to put a column of wood on this side. And then we're going to fill in with gray stained glass blocks. Okay, so this is what we have for the front right now, and let's come over to this side, and I'm going to put more wood planks on the end, and then I'm going to skip 2 and put another column of wood planks. And I'm going to come over here, I'm going to skip 2 and put a column of wood planks in the corner. And now we're going to go back to our stained glass. And then we're going to put another window over here. Now let's go around to the final side, and we're just going to fill this side in with wood planks. all the way up. Well, actually, at the top, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a window. So let's put a window right here. Okay, so we'll have a higher up window right there on that side. Let's review each of the sides. So this is what we have on the front. And then we'll come back over here. And this is what we have on the far right side. And now let's go around to the back and see what we have so far. So we have this gap right there, then we have our quartz, and then we have another gap right there. Okay, so we're back here at the front of the house, and next we're going to go with gray hardened clay. So I'm going to come over here to the corner, and at the very top I'm going to place gray hardened clay, and then I'm going to bring another one out. And we're going to wrap this all the way around, so we'll put one here over the cracked brick and bring out two and two, so it looks like this. Then we're going to continue on, so I'm going to put gray hardened clay out 2 blocks all the way around here. Okay, so that's what our front looks like so far, and then we're going to come up to this side and we're just going to wrap that around. And so we're going to come out 2 blocks all the way around, so I'm going to put more here. So you want to fill in 2 blocks so you have an overhang. So we'll bring these even and then just continue around. So it's going to be matching up with our quartz over here. But you can see the quartz comes out 1 beyond where our gray clay is. And then we'll just keep wrapping around. So we'll have 2 here. See, we need to come out 1 more block on this side, so put 1 more. Alright, so if we go up top, this is what we should see. So you have that one cracked brick and the quartz columns. We're going to extend that quartz column out on the front by 1 block. So let's come over here and we're going to add 1 more. So we want it to be uniform with the other side. Okay, so that's what we've got so far. By the way, check out our other videos if you want to see how to build these 2 houses over there to the left. So okay, this is what we have so far viewed from the front. Okay, so that's what we have so far. So let's go back to the other side, and I'm going to raise the quartz 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do that for the entire structure. So let's come over this way and raise these. Oops, didn't want to do that. 1, 2, 3, Okay, so we'll just raise these so the entire structure is 5 blocks, and then we're going to cut it across at the top. So we're just going to cut this all the way back to the other side. And so we're going to want to raise this one also. So we're going to have them connect up so it looks like it's wrapping around the house. So 1, 2, 3, 4, one more. And then we'll come back over this way and bring this one across. Yeah, these are not actually... Let's see, that one's 3, and the other one I have 2, so... Let's raise this second one, and that's what I wanted to think about was... No, actually they're the same, so let's go ahead, and we've got those matched up, so let's go ahead and raise the front section here. Alright, so now we're going to go one back and one below, and we're going to put gray hardened clay, and then we're going to bring that to the corner. And match it up like that, and then we're going to have it double up just like we did on the previous level. And then we're going to start wrapping that around. And so we're going to have this one come up on this corner as well. So we'll come up 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks because you want it one below the quartz. And then just connect those up like that. And so this is what we have so far. So now let's come over here and we're just going to connect it up with the quartz on the other side. Alright, and now we're just going to do the same thing over here. So I'm going to start in the corner and raise it up 4 blocks, 2 blocks thick, 2, 3, and one more will give 4. And then we're just going to connect these up. And remember, you want your quartz sticking out 1 block, so you can see that there. And then finally we'll do that last side. So we'll come up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can just connect these up. 1, 2, and then just bring this across. And then finally wrap it all the way around to the other side. So we want to come in one below and then do the back side. Okay, so that's what we have so far, and yeah, we need to connect up or I'm going to extend the quartz. So here's what I'm going to do. I forgot that other side. So we're just going to add another row of quartz here. And bring that down in the front because we want it to be symmetrical. It'll still give us enough space on the back side. So we've got 3 blocks on each side. And now what we're going to do is we're going to connect our clay. So let's come over here and we're going to go with the gray hardened clay. And we're going to connect that all the way across. So you want it to match on the outside of the quartz like this. And we're going to do that on both sides again so it's symmetrical. So we'll come over here. I'll probably go up so it'll be easier to see. Alright, so that's what we got at the top so far. So now we're going to fill in a little bit. We're going to have skylights on each side using stained glass. And so let's come down and you can do this as much as desired, as much space as you want for the glass. But let's go ahead and fill in another row here and fill in around on this side as well. You don't want too much glass. And so I'm probably going to add another row over on this side as well. So let's see how that's going to look. That's still pretty big. So I'm going to do one more here. And then on the other side. And now we'll go to our stained glass and just fill that in. Okay, so we have a stained glass skylight over here, and let's put one over here as well. So I'm going to go back to my clay and fill this in a little bit. Let's see, that would give us 3 wide. I'm going to bring it in, I'm going to make it 2 blocks wide instead. So let's bring in this row here and also bring in this one more. and then we'll go ahead and fill in the rest with glass. So we're going to have 2 blocks, and then you can make these as big as you want. It's just my personal preference. You don't want them too big. Okay, so there's our 2 skylights, and our quartz is connected across the top. Let's go back out, check out how we look in the front. And so that's what we have so far. And I'm going to go over here. I'm actually going to get rid of this glass right here, at least part of it. And I'm going to replace that with wood. Do the same for the bottom one. Yeah, just to add a little more symmetry, I'm going to put some more cracked brick, and we're going to put a little bit of a design in here. So let's start at the bottom right here and raise that to the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut across where that glass was. And then we'll come down to where the other row of glass was and have it meet up right there. Okay, so that makes it look a little bit more symmetrical. Maybe, I don't know if it's showing enough wood or not. Let's see. I think I'm going to take out the bottom one. Yeah, we'll go ahead and leave it like that. Okay, so let's go up to our top floor. And we're just going to start building up this wood. So we're going to go back to our jungle planks and build the wood up to the top in each of these corners. Okay, so I was having trouble seeing there because it's dark. So let's go over here and build this one up. Let's see, got to hit the right key. And we'll do the same right here. I think I'm going to have this come across, so let's raise this one. We don't want the quartz visible from the inside. And then I'm going to fill in the bottom. And we can go ahead and fill the rest with glass. So we'll have a 2-block high glass window. And then over here, fill in the bottom row as well. And then we'll fill in around with glass. Alright, so where are we going to put our floor? We're going to go right here and go back to our wood. And I'm going to start right there. And and we'll just fill in the top floor. I have to figure out where to put stairs. I think we might put them right there. Okay, so let's fill it in on this side. And then finally, let's fill in these ones. So let's raise this corner. Let's see. So I'm going to leave some space for windows. I'm going to fill up this corner and then fill the bottom. I guess you could extend this out if you wanted a patio of some kind. Okay, so now we'll just fill in with stained glass. And this part's optional, you know, you can put it in windows however you like. Okay, so let's figure this out. So I'm going to fill this in with junglewood planks, and we have this space over here. And now we'll just go downstairs. Could use some light down here, so I'm going to grab a torch. Alright, so now this section here, I'm going to fill in with wood to line up with the quartz, and so that was that extra piece of quartz that we added. And so what we're going to do for the floor on the bottom is we're going to put smooth sandstone. I need another light over here. Alright, so we're going to use our smooth sandstone, and depending on what resource pack you have, let's see, is this 2 blocks high? So I'm going to fill in with glass up here, so we'll go with stained glass. And we're going to put a door to the back right here. So the door that I'm going to use is I'm going to use a dark oak door. Try to use something with a lot of glass. So now we need our cracked brick back. And I'm going to raise this part here. Like that. And so let's come in here. And actually, I'm going to fill this part in with sandstone. So let's do that. So we'll have a nice entryway. Okay, so there's our sandstone entryway. So let's go back inside. And I'm just going to fill this in with